Optical fibers are the backbone of communication. 99% of the internet traffic actually works on that.
SOUNDSCALE is a project in which we are investigating the implications of an emerging technology called Distributed Acoustic Sensing, or DAS. DAS is a technology that turns optical fibers into virtual microphones.
We started with a fibre-optic cable, which is a glass cable where lights travel through it. The light can change due to external factors.
We're able to listen to all sorts of activities that are taking place in and around the fibers.
Often with emergent technologies, governance can often be left until the last minute, or accidents can happen before people anticipate putting in safeguards that prevent them from happening. So it's really important that we think about this now before it's almost too late.
As part of this research, we also have access to a facility called the National Dark Fiber Facility, which connects with optical fibers for telecommunications research, several cities in the UK.
It allows us to understand the urban noise, which is incredibly important. We have two occasions where we are looking at Southampton and London, which are marine cities, and therefore they have an enormity of implications from a coastal point of view, but also of whatever the infrastructure is down there, how that infrastructure is interacting in the larger urban space where you're looking at transportation noise and civil engineering noise. It's a very useful capability to understand the environment. If we truly are able to listen to people's interactions and every interaction of an individual, for instance, people walking on the street, it also therefore exposes itself.
Privacy, personal data of people or conversations, traffic, any kind of crime, that's obviously quite a large area of concern.
One of the main goals of the project is to raise awareness about the importance of involving people, citizens, but also policymakers, industry, all actors that could be important in the development of these emerging technologies so that their feedback can be fed into this development. This is why we need such an interdisciplinary team, so we are sure that we can actually tackle those priorities and do research into what people care the most about the future implications of this technology.
I think that the main goal of the project is to study social, cultural, economic implications of the distributed acoustic sensing technology. Its unique feature is that we try to engage with the members of the public early on in the process, not at the end of it, as it usually happens with sociology and anthropology of science.
So we're organising this citizens panel, and we've got 50 people in total, 25 from Hampshire, Southampton, Winchester, Eastleigh, and then another 25 from London.
Getting them to explore these different themes and coming up with different questions to help us make a more informed decision around what research we should be doing.
Deliberative forms of engagement with the public on complex policy issues are one of the key ways in which to open up contested policy areas, bringing together a sort of more informed set of public opinion by giving people the sort of time, the information and the right conditions to explore.
I don't think it's been done before, involving citizens, a diverse group of people in this way. Then what we really want to do is know, once people have decided what the priorities are for research, how should we actually investigate them, and what ways can we use the technology to do this better, to solve health problems, to solve environmental problems, etc.
We are now bringing the citizens' considerations that have come up from those panels into an academic research workshop. This is going to be interdisciplinary. We're having people who are coming from the sciences as well as the arts and humanities. The aims of this workshop is to consider how to look at, study and be critical about the technology at hand.
Making this project interdisciplinary, we also are able to find very interesting assumptions about how different disciplines deal with emerging technologies, from physics to computer science to geography to political science and to arts.
So it's making sure that research we do is applicable and useful to a whole wide range of people. And the only way we can do that is by talking to lots of different groups, including those other kind of local partners, but also the people who live in the places we're researching. The geography of it, from that perspective, that very kind of simple geography is quite interesting as well as the kind of social aspect of it.
Arts research and also technological research, they both have so many parallels. They're imaginative, they're creative, they're forward-thinking, and to situate them in parallel but also interlinking is really important to not have these two discourses in silo.
So SOUNDSCALE, in a very beautiful way, underpins this concept of drawing in all disciplines and uniting it on this rostrum of optical fiber to try and fully utilize, understand and appreciate, and therefore bring to a better utilization across the diverse spectrum of human life.
For the public-facing series of workshops, it's really important to us to be working with people's lived experiences.
It will be used in their cities, and what we really want to do is make sure that it's designed as safely and integrated as safely as possible so it benefits them as a whole and not just individual groups in society.